The intro and tail end there added quite a bit of ambiance, but they had both very powerful voices.
That intro and outro is, I believe, just from the music video. That's not in the actual song.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. But the way that their voices, the way that they sing, sounds very Disney to me in a very interesting way.
That makes a lot of sense, actually, the way you describe it. Because in my mind, I was picturing the female lead really, belting it out and being out there, and like maybe the male vocalist here, following along, trying to match pace, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But he never really seemed to like really belt it out in a similar way. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, just the production is very airy, which I think is really cool. And like I said, outside of like Disney movies, the only real like anchor point that I'm grabbing onto as far as like things that sound similar is it sounds a little bit similar to like Justin Bieber's song "Holy" a little bit, like in the piano part. But like I don't know as far as like release date when those came out. This came out after that because this is from 2022. I don't think that it would have directly pulled from that, but it was just something that I thought of that when I was listening to it here.
I find it interesting as well, listening to the lyrics, but the way it sounds, compared to a lot of songs that I've heard of a similar type or genre, especially in the United States. The lyrics felt a lot more jarring in this, but it was probably just because of the language difference. Mm-hmm. It seems like they use a lot of the like ka and ta and
very consonant heavy.
Yeah. So it felt so much less, I want to say smooth than like an American English singer would have sung it. But again, it's, an entirely different language. So
that is definitely just a byproduct of singing in Thai, because I know I've featured another song from Thailand on an episode of the podcast before. It was like a kind of power rock song, and the vocals had that same sort of like very consonant heavy character to it, which like you said is very interesting coming from a culture and a language that relies so heavily on the less spiky, I guess you could say, the less very harsh syllables.
I did really like the production, especially starting off there with just her voice coming in, and then the chorus coming in, as well as the male lead coming in as well. It layered really nicely.
Yeah. I think I just realized when you were talking about the production and how everything builds and stuff like that, I just realized I think another reason why this reads very Disney to me in an interesting way is I think that they do the same sort of very characteristically Disney key change for the chorus to make it sound more airy and triumphant, which I think is an interesting thing to note with the just the way that the song is put together.
It is very common in Disney for when they do the tone shifts in the song, usually from I'm sad and depressed to no, I must move on.
Yeah, exactly. So what is our next tune going to be here?
Okay, so our next tune is called Fala Mal de Mim, which I probably slaughtered.
That's going to be this entire podcast, is just two dudes from the Midwest just completely butchering other languages.
So this is actually a live version, and it is by Gustavo Lima.